Thank you for joining us virtually for this year's Foreplay, a showcase of play readings. Our Play Reading Festival weekend last June of 2020 would have been our 13th year. Huh, lucky 13? Sadly, it had to be postponed due to COVID-19. After much discussion, research, and planning, the decision was made to bring it to you online, one Friday per month from February through May. Each year, the Foreplay Committee receives many scripts that are submitted for consideration, some from established playwrights and others from playwrights just starting out. From these submissions, the committee selects those that are to be presented. A stage play reading has no significant sets and costumes, but relies solely on the actors to portray the playwright's written words. So Foreplay was a logical choice for this virtual format. The audience has the experience of enjoying works that are not normally part of the SST season. Foreplay gives opportunities for unpublished playwrights to hear their works read, for aspiring directors to tackle directing, and for actors, new and experienced, to perform. We'd like to thank our sponsors for making this year possible. Canada-wide Reinforcing Steel, Mad Hatter's Table, Laceby Real Estate, Hambly Insurance, the Cookstown Antique Market, Cookstown Chiropractic, Apex Plumbing and Drains, the Town of Innisfil, Red Oak Digital Print and Copy, Cookstown Pharmasave, and the Cookstown Pub. During the show, there will be an opportunity to ask questions of the director in a chat at the side of the screen. This would normally be the playwright featured in the Q&A, but John Daniel is unavailable, so our director, Noah Hollinshead, was happy to take your questions. We will compile your questions and pose them to Noah in a separate recording within the next few days. Check back here for the Q&A portion of this evening's performance. Please check our website, Facebook page, and below this video for our upcoming play readings in March, April, and May, and join us back here on our YouTube channel. This event will be a fundraiser for the South Simcoe Theatre, so any amount you can contribute to help keep our beloved theatre afloat during this trying time will be much appreciated. Just click the link below to donate. And for a bit of fun, we'd love it if you'd take a picture of yourself watching the show and post it on Facebook and Instagram with the hashtag SSTWatchParty. Thank you again for joining us this evening. Now, please sit back and enjoy tonight's performance. Hebfield's Finest, written by John Daniel. Scene 1, Act 1. The interior of Hebfield Police Station, morning. The curtains open on the inside of a small police station. By nature of its location, it shouldn't be busy, which means there's no need for it to be cluttered, and yet it is quite messy. Papers are piled high on two desks that face each other. There sits an empty desk with a computer, a telephone, and an empty paper tray for incoming and outgoing cases and files, which looks like it's never been used before. One man enters through the front entrance. William Bill Jacobs, the chief. He enters in full uniform, a dark brown outfit, badge, gun and holster and hat. His keys jangle as he unlocks the station door. As he walks through the station, he turns on the light switch just beside the door. They flicker on. He walks over to the dry erase calendar and puts an X through today's date. It's a Monday. Dates are scattered throughout the calendar, but most notably, the very next day is marked Bill, dentist, not here. And today is marked Officer Smith. Bill then walks over to the coffee machine and starts to brew himself a coffee. This coffee maker is a very fancy and expensive one. As Bill waits for his coffee to finish brewing, we hear two voices progressively getting louder, having a conversation. Enter John Puckerman and Carl Matthews. They're dressed in the same uniforms as each other, both a little less fancy than their chief, however. A lighter color, perhaps. They speak about a made-up TV show.
I'm telling you, it didn't go down like that.
Are you kidding me? I'd put an entire paycheck on that fact. That guy is not dead.
He was surrounded. There was aliens everywhere.
They enter the station. Once Bill finishes with his coffee, John makes himself one, followed by Carl.
All I'm saying is the camera cut away before we actually saw the guy get killed.
They cut away because they can't show that stuff on TV. They don't have the budget to show 1,000 aliens tearing out some guy's guts. The guy is dead, okay? Oh, hey, Chief.
Hey, Chief.
How you doing, boys?
Not bad. Hey, do you watch Finn Treyer and the Shadow Fox?
What the hell is Finn Treyer and the Shadow Fox?
It's a TV show.
Nah, I don't watch TV.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Okay, well, listen. It's all about this space pirate. He's sort of like Han Solo.
He wishes.
You know who that is, right?
I said I don't watch TV. I didn't say I was born under a rock. Yeah, I know who Han Solo is.
Anyways, he's this guy in last night's episode. It was the season finale. He was surrounded by all these aliens that had been hunting him down for the whole season. Now they finally got him cornered. And in a blaze of glory, after sacrificing himself for his crew, these aliens all converge on this guy. The music swelled. They all had guns. He had nothing. And it was inescapable. Is he dead or not? What do you think?
Did you see him die?
No.
Then the guy's still kicking.
Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Eat it, Matthew.
Are you kidding me?
Listen, if you didn't see the guy's physical corpse on screen, then the guy's still living.
But it's because they can't show that on TV.
It doesn't matter. They aren't going to kill off their main character.
Well, they would when they haven't been renewed for another season yet, huh? They got nothing to lose by killing him off if the show's finished.
Listen, we didn't see a body, so the guy isn't dead.
You two are such cops.
Yeah, no shit, Carl.
The music swelled. The guy is dead.
I don't give a rat's ass how much the music was or wasn't swelling. Last night was not the last we'll be seeing of Finn Treyer.
The music swelled.
And I don't care.
Packerman, take it easy, okay? It's just a TV show. No need to get hot-headed about it. How about you just start our day, okay? That new officer is starting today.
That's today?
Yes, that's today.
Why don't you tell me these things?
It's on the calendar. Same as everything else I need to tell you.
Chief, send an email. We've got the computers.
Yeah, I don't like computers.
It's the 21st century. What do you mean you don't like computers?
I don't like them. I don't understand them. What's wrong with the little pen and paper?
There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that this way is more intuitive and useful.
Then why don't I know how to use it?
Because you haven't tried to use it, Chief. I've offered to show you before. It's actually really not that hard.
Oh, why? So I can play a game on it all day like you two?
We don't do that.
You know I can see you through my door, right?
You can?
Well, it's made of glass.
Damn it.
Get to work, Packerman. Officer Smith's going to be here any minute now.
Bill exits into his office. John and Carl sit face to face at their desks.
No work to do anyways. I don't know why he's always harping our ass to get something done when there's not a single damn thing to get done.
You know how he is. He's very old-fashioned like that.
I mean, do you even read the calendar?
No, I much prefer an email because I have a whole file system I've organized in my computer, which, I've offered to help you get one set up because it would be really helpful for all of your
Carl,
emails and your...
Shut up.
Oh, okay.
It's just that nothing happens in this town anyways.
Well, I know.
You know what the biggest crime was last year? Old man Wexler stole all that maple candy from the damn general store.
I know.
And the guy didn't even mean to do it. He committed one of the biggest crimes this town has ever seen, and he did it by accident.
I know.
Poor guy had dementia or something, for Christ's sake.
I know.
How can we do the police work when there's nothing to police?
Oh, listen, man. I know.
No sleep?
No, not really. I'm trying these new sleeping pills, and they haven't really been doing much.
What the hell have you started taking sleeping pills for?
Well, to sleep, John. I'll wake up in the middle of the night for absolutely no reason, saying nonsense words, and then immediately fall back to sleep.
Well, if you keep falling back to sleep anyway, then what's the problem?
I don't like to wake up my wife.
You're married?
John, I've worked with you for 6 years, and you didn't know I was married?
I don't know. I guess you never told me.
I wear a wedding ring on my finger, John. This is a picture of my dog, my wife on my desk. You dog sat my dog last week when me and my wife went to visit her parents.
Okay.
Okay, well, you're a cop and you couldn't figure that one out?
Well, to be honest, Carl, your marriage isn't really my #1 priority.
Well, sure. I mean, the dumpster out back isn't my top priority, but I still know it exists.
Carl, please stop. You know I don't understand your metaphors.
What metaphor?
Sarah Smith enters. She's wearing everything Carl and John are, minus a badge, holster, and gun.
Hi, I'm Sarah Smith. I'm here
Hey,
to speak.
girl!
You said that so loud.
Hey. Hello, ma'am.
What the hell was that?
Chill, okay? She's giving me a vibe. I'm gonna work the magic.
What magic? What vibe? She's been here for less than 20 seconds. What vibe could you possibly be talking about?
Trust me there, okay? You wouldn't get it.
John, please don't do this. There is clearly no vibe. Remember when you tried to flirt with the receptionist like this, huh? Because now we don't have a receptionist anymore.
Relax, Carl. What can I do for you, ma'am?
You guys have a Chief Jacobs I could talk to?
Oh, we do, but he's a little busy at the moment. So is there anything I, personally, myself, could do for you?
You could just point me in the direction of Chief Jacobs and that would be great.
Well, what do you say I point you in the direction of a little place called Tommy's Pizza? 7 o'clock?
Oh, please tell me this isn't the magic you were talking about.
What's your name, officer?
Puckerman. John Puckerman.
John takes steps closer to Sarah and extends his hand for her to shake. Sarah grabs John's arm and twists him to the ground.
Ah!
Okay, John Puckerman. I would appreciate it if you didn't know such thing as pointing me in the direction of Tommy's Pizza with you at 7 o'clock. You were implying I go with you, weren't you?
No, I was just pointing out my favorite pizza place is all. She thought I was asking her on a date. What an idiot. She's still looking at me?
Oh, yeah.
What a... I mean, come on. I would never.
Sarah Smith,
Yes, sir.
Bill Jacobs. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure's all mine, Chief.
I'm sure these two have introduced themselves. This is Officer Puckerman and Officer Matthews.
Oh, we briefly met when I walked in.
Yeah, it was real brief for some of us.
How about you just shut your big yapper there, Carl?
Officer Smith here graduated with some of the best marks in her class at the academy.
Oh, well, they weren't that special. It was a lot of luck, really.
Don't be so modest. You should be very proud. I got a good letter from your instructors there.
Why are you here?
Oh, is that Puckerman?
Well, I mean, if Miss Smith here had such high, pristine marks at the academy, why in the hell would you choose to police in Hebfield?
Well, I grew up in the area as a kid, so I wanted to come back here and make sure I did my part in keeping it safe. It wasn't like that when I was a kid.
So with the marks you're getting, you could have gone somewhere like Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, maybe? You just thought you'd come up to Hebfield?
That's right, officer.
Interesting. But you could have been solving homicides and murders and serial murders. Instead, we're graced with the smartest graduate in her class. In Hebfield, of all places, where fender benders happen about as often as a leap year, and Mr. Lila's cat getting stuck in a drain pipe is the worst thing that'll happen all year.
That would be correct, Officer Puckerman.
Puckerman, being a police officer isn't always homicide and murder, no matter how many times I have to tell you that. It's not always about making an arrest. It's about making a difference. Well, maybe now there'll be someone to help Mrs. Delilah to get her cat from her drain pipe from now on.
I'm allergic to cats. You know this, Bill.
You know what? I think you two boys could learn a little something from some new blood in the office. It just might get you two off your ass. Puckerman, I want you to pay special attention to what Officer Smith does around here, huh? Might help you realize that something doesn't have to blow up for it to be considered police work.
Hey, man, I'm just saying what I'm saying is all, okay? Maybe this time She can be the one to calm down your brother when he's outside with his posse rioting for a new chief of police?
Oh, shit, that reminds me. I gotta go see him after work today. He's pissed at me about something else again.
What is it this time?
Oh, I don't know. He just shouts at me for the same thing every 2 weeks, but occasionally he'll change some of the words so it sounds like something totally different all over again.
Well, what did you do?
No, I'd rather not say. I'm kind of sick of telling that story.
I've been here for 7 years, and I've never heard him tell it once.
Me neither. I've been here for 8.
7.5.
Well, I guess that just shows you how sick of it I am then, huh?
Well, I'm going for a smoke break. Matthews, let's roll.
Yeah, all right then.
Don't let them ruin your image of this place, Smith.
Excuse me, sir?
Those two haven't done a lick of work since they started here. I only keep them around on the off chance that they might actually get up and do something. I'm just glad that the government's the one who's writing their checks and not me. I wouldn't be signing the damn thing if I had it my way.
You got it, sir.
I just want them to do some real police work, From what I've heard, I'm hoping someone like you can really move them to do some honest work. Your instructor said you were quite a hard worker.
Well, I guess all I can do is try my hardest and hope for the best.
No, that's all I could ever ask for, officer.
Thank you, Chief.
Well, anyways, this will be your desk right here. You'll want to bring some stuff from home to put on here. Most of our communication gets done through the calendar. So if you ever need to know anything, just take a look at that, huh? Around here, we sort of just wait for complaints and then go to see what we can do for them. The boys over here likely have a couple cases buried under a mountain of dust that they'll be willing to pawn off on you as well. If you want to get right into the swing of things.
I think I'll just try and get myself situated for now, Chief.
Sounds like a plan. You take as much time as you need. I heard about what happened in Timmins, by the way, so we won't have a repeat of that.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
No, it's all right, Smith. Your secret is safe with me. We don't tolerate any kind of that business around here, so you don't need to worry.
Thank you, sir.
I know we're police officers and all, but I try to make sure this is as little of a stress-free environment as I can control.
That's very kind of you, sir.
I can't imagine what you must have felt. And on your first day,
Sir, if it's all the same to you, I'd rather not speak on what happened in Timmins. Even just hearing that name again just freaks me out.
Yeah, completely understandable. I'll leave you to it then. Okay.
Oh, and sir, are these for me?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about those. This, my dear, is your badge and your gun. I'm sure you already know this, but you have to keep these things on you at all times. This is what makes you a cop right here. Not the gun, but the badge. When you wear the badge, you're a real cop, okay? You're a real cop who does real and respectable work. Got that?
Yes, sir.
Good to hear. And hey, Smith, great to have you on the team.
Happy to be here, sir.
Scene 2, Act 1. The lights fade back on. Morning sounds play as the stage has been cleared of its actors in the transition. A woman is heard walking toward the station. She sings Bad Boys by Inner Circle.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
She enters the station carrying a small box with her personal effects. She sees John messing with the coffee maker.
Morning.
Yeah, morning.
That's a pretty fancy looking coffee maker you guys have here.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. You guys aren't drinking shit around here, are ya?
Why would I drink shit, Officer Smith?
Well, you wouldn't?
Exactly.
Okay then, Puckerman.
Sarah begins to set up her desk. She has a picture in a frame, a few office supplies, and a couple of knickknacks. Carl enters.
Oh, morning, guys.
Hey, Carl.
Morning, Matthews.
If you're making coffees, I'll take one, Puckerman.
Sure thing.
Oh, me too, if it's not a problem.
Is Jacob's not here yet?
Yeah, I guess not.
Is he normally the first one here?
Yeah, usually.
Oh, well.
Guys, did you see that stain on the side of the dumpster in the back parking lot this morning? Sort of weird. It wasn't there yesterday.
I walked to work.
I walk to work.
It's really good for the legs, you know?
Yeah, I know.
So, I guess you wouldn't have seen it then. Well, Chief was saying how angry his brother was yesterday, and it was a red stain on the side of the dumpster that hadn't been there yesterday, and Jacobs hasn't been late once in 8 years I've worked here, so...
So what?
I mean, it's a stretch, but it's not implausible to say that he's not exactly late.
What are you getting at?
Forget it. I was joking. Well, half joking, because it is weird that he's late.
Is he never late?
Okay, if we're being serious about this, I've known Jacobs for 8 years, and that man is never late. Never. Not once. I'm positive that stain wasn't there yesterday, and it looks an awful lot like blood.
Oh, are you serious?
Well, I'll repeat this. It is a stretch, and I was joking, but it's not plausible. His brother does hate him enough.
To assume that he's dead? Sorry, I'm new here, but it sounds like you're saying he's dead.
Trust me, I'm not saying that.
So because there's a stain on a dumpster and our boss who is arguing with his brother is late, you assume he's dead?
Listen, I said I was joking about it, okay?
Well, you said you were half joking. That means that 50% of your mind thinks that Bill Jacobs is dead or
Not
close
dead.
to it.
Not dead. Missing, maybe, but not dead.
So it's settled. He's a dead man.
No.
How long have you guys been cops for? This is ridiculous. Just call the guy.
He doesn't have a phone.
He doesn't have a phone. It's the 21st century. Who doesn't have a phone?
Oh, believe me, we've told him that.
And you're saying there's a blood stain on the side of the dumpster outside?
Yes, that I know for sure is a blood stain.
Bullshit.
John storms out of the station doors.
Where's he going?
I have no idea.
John appears in the upstage window and shouts through to the other officers.
This dumpster right here?
Well, unless you see another dumpster, then yes.
Fucking where?
On the bottom of the lid. I shut it when I came in so that the raccoon doesn't get into it.
This isn't blood. This is just a red stain.
Oh, it's blood. Here, watch.
What are you looking for?
Google Images. Aha, okay, here, look.
Carl, I can't see that from out here, okay? Get it together.
Look then, here.
Oh, shit, man, that's someone's blood. I was standing in some of it. Gross.
I told you.
Oh,
Okay, so what does that even mean then? Sure, okay, now we know it's blood. There's still nobody in the dumpster.
you're right. So here's what happened. Someone is pissed at Bill, right? Probably his brother. So right after work, when we all leave, what does he do but grab Bill right when he walks out the door, kills his ass, then throws his body in the dumpster. Realizes that's a terrible idea. Then he drags him across the ground to his car and drives off with him and takes him somewhere else where he can dispose of him. Maybe he chucks him in the river. Maybe he puts him in a wood chipper, huh? You've seen Fargo, right? That's what those sick bastards did, huh? Who's to say his brother isn't capable of that?
That is the most ridiculous, far-fetched thing I have ever heard come out of a police officer's mouth.
You know what? This is ridiculous. Both of you. Here's your damn coffee. Let's just sit down and wait for him. He's not missing. He's definitely not dead. Everyone just sit down, okay? Okay, guys, where the hell is he? This is weird.
That's what I'm saying. New chick. What'd you do to him?
We're really saying new chick. Come on, you know my name.
Well, I don't know anything about you other than that you show up to work here and the next day the chief of our town and my best friend is dead.
Him being your best friend is probably a bigger stretch than him being missing.
Dead!
He's not dead.
You don't know that.
You don't know that.
Guys, just stop. This is getting out of hand.
Out of hand? You're the one who suggested he was dead in the first place. You don't get to back out of this now.
Okay, let's just humor each other for a second and say he's missing. How? Our evidence is tardiness, and if we're even going to entertain the idea of him being dead, we've got a red stain on a dumpster and a family argument.
It's got to be murder.
Ugh.
Well, what else would it be, Carl?
You're saying that there was a murder in Hebfield? You were just telling me yesterday that the craziest thing that's ever happened is some guy with dementia stealing maple candy.
And what do you think it is?
I don't know. Probably nothing. I should have just kept my mouth shut.
Carl, you said it yourself. When has this man ever been late in the time that you've known him? Hell, when is the man on time? He's usually early. I can't even imagine. Being early for work?
People are late all the time.
Is he?
No.
Exactly. So what's the plan, guys?
So that's it. We've landed on murder.
It's clearly the best theory so far, Smith.
Well, the best theory is that he's just late. But you know what? Okay. It doesn't really seem like I've got any other kind of work to do here, so... Is he married?
No.
Does he live with anyone?
No.
Is there anyone in town that he's close with, or someone we could call that maybe would know something that we don't?
Mike.
Who?
Mike. It's his brother.
Brother who killed him. He totally did. I'll put $20 on it right now.
Relax. Tell me everything you two know about Mike.
Mike Jacobs. He's Bill's twin brother, and all they do is argue. We know as much as you do.
Okay, where does he live?
Well, he lives in town, near the river.
The river! Perfect place to dump a body.
That's not... You... Ugh. I regret saying anything in the first place. I don't know why I opened my mouth. It's just a stain on a dumpster, and it's got nothing to do with anything. He's going to walk in at any minute now and make himself a coffee and...
John reaches across the desk and slaps him in the face, then pulls his collar close to him.
Listen, Carl. A man could be missing or more obviously dead. It's our job to determine whether or not he is or isn't. We're cops. This is what we do every day.
This is not what we do every day.
This is what we do every day. So let's get out there and do our job. Let's get out there and talk to our possibly deceased boss's twin brother.
Do we have an address?
We will ask around for an address.
Or we could likely just find it in the town records.
We will find it in the town record.
The lights flicker out in the station and in the theater. Blackout. Scene 3, Act 2. A man enters the stage. He's dressed in a bathrobe and smokes a cigar. A knock is heard from off stage. This man is Bill Jacobs' brother. He begins to transform the police station into his greasy, dirty home. The officers all whisper before they enter on stage.
Okay, I think this is it.
All right. Well, then, give her the old knock, then.
I don't want to do it.
But your ass, I don't want to do it, then.
Are you kidding me? This whole thing was your idea and you don't even want to knock on the guy's door?
I've never interrogated anyone before, okay? Give me a break.
Oh my god. Okay, move. I'll do it. Excuse me, sir. This is the HPD. We're here to ask you some questions.
What?
HPD, sir?
HP? I got HP sauce in the fridge, so no thank you. I don't want what you're selling.
No, sir. We're with the Hebfield Police Department, and we'd like to ask you some questions, please.
You got a warrant?
No, sir, we don't. It's an emergency. It's about your brother.
No, don't lead with that.
All right. 1 second. Let me clean up. All right, y'all can come in. I'm getting changed. Take a seat in the couch.
Officers all enter Mike's home and look around before finding a seat.
This place is disgusting.
I feel like I might get hepatitis.
Oh, which one?
I don't know, A through Z.
You know, this place kind of reminds me of the station.
How?
I don't know. There's just something about it is all.
What in here could possibly remind you of the station?
Oh, I don't know. How about this big sign on the wall that says, "Shut up, Carl"?
You know, I really don't appreciate how you keep telling me to shut up.
You know what, Carl? You're right. I'm sorry.
Really.
No, of course not. Shut the hell up.
The officers have all made their way over to the couch and now sit squished together. On the other side of the room sits an old, dirty, lazy boy armchair. The rest of the home is rather messy and dull. All officers have a notepad and pen in hand.
Mr. Jacobs, we just want to ask you some questions is all.
Mike enters with a glass of iced tea in his hand. He looks like a slob. Once he sits down, he lights a cigar which was sitting in the table beside the chair.
Cops in this town don't do shit, let alone come to people's houses asking questions.
We're aware, sir, and that's why we need to speak to you. That's what he changed into?
And what the hell about, boy?
A murder.
It's not a murder.
It's just a missing persons case.
And it might not even be that.
Sir, your brother is dead.
Ugh.
What? William Jacobs gets murdered and you come running to me first?
You're damn right we did.
Well, we're just trying to get all the information before we make any concrete accusations, is all. We checked his house before we came to see if he was still there, and he wasn't. So we just thought you might know what happened to him or where he might be.
Right.
Sir, you seem very calm considering the information given to you. You may be in shock. I need to make sure you understand that your brother may be missing.
Because he's dead.
Oh,
Yeah, I understand. I don't give much of a damn. Just ask me your questions so you can leave.
Mr. Jacobs, could you tell us what you were doing yesterday evening after 6 p.m. up until 8 a.m. this morning?
6 p.m. to 8 a.m. I was sleeping, dumbass.
You go to bed at 6 p.m.? It's a little strange, don't you think?
I wasn't in bed by 6 p.m., you idiot. I was bowling.
Bowling?
Hebfield doesn't have a bowling alley, Mr. Jacobs.
Oh, what? That guy can't leave Hebfield?
Look like a guy like you would leave his bathrobe.
What was that?
What were you doing? Where were you bowling, Mr. Jacobs?
In Timmins.
Timmins?
You okay, Smith?
Yeah, what? The guy says Timmins, and all of a sudden you look like you've seen a ghost.
Just drop it, okay? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Mr. Jacobs, how long were you there?
I don't know. We all usually pile into Jillian's van and drive around, 5:30-ish, and then we'd probably get there around 6.
And when did you leave, sir?
Well, we usually leave when they stop serving us drinks because they say we've had one too many. So probably 6:15 when we left.
Is there anyone who could back up your story, sir?
Shit, yeah, man. You could go ask Jillian or Christopher or Dave. Dave always got my back on that kind of stuff.
You're that, Dave. Write that down, yeah, Matthews?
I was. Until you interrupted me and told me to write it down.
You get involved in this kind of stuff often, Mike?
What? The murder of my asshole brother? No, I don't, dumbass.
But you're saying you'd like to get into that more often, are you?
I didn't say that.
You didn't say that, John.
He didn't say anything remotely close to that.
All right, just checking.
If you don't mind me asking, Mr. Jacobs, what happened between you and your brother that might cause suspicion about his disappearance?
I don't think that's any of your business. You aren't in any position to be asking a question like that.
Sir, we are the police.
Yeah, so?
Well, I mean, you do realize that you do have
So
to.
that means that you gotta answer questions. You gotta answer our damn questions.
Listen, you ignorant bastard. You've got nothing but a damn stick up my ass since you've been here. Get the hell out of my house.
Excuse me, sir. I'm a police officer, and you can't speak to me that way.
Mike kicks him in the groin.
Oh,
You come into my house and accuse me of murder, I'll speak to you any way I like.
oh,
Guys aren't real cops. You might as well work in a damn strip mall.
hey, watch it!
Mike grabs John by the back of the neck and pressure points him until he's on his knees. Sarah gets up to do something about this. Carl stops her.
Whoa, wait. Let's just see how this plays out for a second, okay?
Say you're a mall cop, boy. Say it.
I'm a mall cop. I'm a mall cop.
Oh, you still think you're a real cop?
I am. I got a badge and everything. Okay. Shit! Somebody get me out of this so I can arrest him.
Okay, let him go, let him go.
You three couldn't arrest an obese cow. Die if it flopped down on its ass and stuck out its hoof for you.
What?
That's no wonder, though. You got my brother for a boss. You ain't real cops. I just kicked his ass, and you didn't do shit. Do me a favor, boys. Get the hell out of my house and quit wasting my time already.
Sir, we still have some more questions.
I still don't give a damn, lady. Now get the hell out of here.
Mike jolts himself at the officers and they run off stage. He takes one last sip of his iced tea, then sits back down as the lights flick off. Scene 4, Act 2. The lights turn on and the set has changed back into the police station. The officers walk back in with their heads hung low. The stage still looks, for the most part, like Mike's living room. The officers begin to reform it back into the station.
What the hell happened to the station?
Oh, one of us must have left the door open. Maybe that raccoon got in or something.
The officers begin to tidy.
Well, I don't know what's filthier. This place or Mike's house?
Well, it looks about the same to me.
See, I told you they look similar.
The stage is now clear of all Mike's living room set pieces and props.
That was all just a waste of time.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think we can rule him out as a suspect. All we gotta do is make sure his alibi checks out.
At least you didn't get put in a chokehold by a 65-year-old gorilla.
Nobody said you had to accuse him of murder multiple times in his own home.
Hey, screw you, Smith. At least I did something. Well, you stood there and let an officer get assaulted.
What the hell are you talking about, Puckerman? You were the only one not pulling your weight.
Bite me.
Hey, John. You're not smoking that in here.
The hell did you say to me, Carl?
I said you can't smoke that in here.
Why not, Carl? It's not like there's a boss here to tell me otherwise.
Oh, well, then I guess I might have to fill that position.
Carl, I just had a sweaty old guy hang his entire weight on my neck, and you're going to tell me what to do?
Just take it outside, John.
You know, I don't like you much, Smith. You walk in and act like you're one of us. You drink our coffee. You try and solve our cases. You tell me where to smoke my cigarette. Then all of a sudden, Chief Jacobs is dead and gone, and who knows what else.
Oh, really? Because you seemed to like me just fine yesterday, didn't you?
Watch it, darling.
You know, John, I'm getting pretty sick of you accusing me of murder. The guy isn't even dead. All we're trying to do is rule out missing, and you're acting like Magnum PI.
I don't even know who that is. It's pretty ridiculous that this is even a case to begin with. So why is it ridiculous to think that you're the cause of it?
It's only ridiculous because you're making it that way. I mean, do you really think it's in any way possible that he's murdered based on what we know?
I know enough not to treat this like a joke. All you've been doing is watching us sweat over a dead friend because you've got no other work to do.
John, just calm down.
I'm just trying to understand a bit more from Sarah here, okay? So come on, Smith, where were you?
You know, Puckerman, I think I understand. You're just a thick shell over top of a soft, insecure little boy who had dreams of being a cop. And when someone finally gave him a badge and a gun, it went straight to his head.
Say that again, Smith.
I'll say a lot more if you come any closer to me.
Oh, really? Because to me, you seem all bark, no bite.
Try me, Puckerman.
Guys, John, go smoke your cigarette.
You know what? Fuck this.
John storms out of the station, leaving Carl and Sarah in an awkward position.
I'm sorry about that, Carl.
Oh, don't bother. He gets a little hot-headed. He's not really used to things going his way. I don't know what I'm gonna do if Bill's actually missing. I mean, he's probably not, right? It's likely just a stain and a coincidence. It's just not like him to show up at all. I can't work here without him. I can't deal with John. But the longer it takes for us to figure this out, it's only making John sound more sensible. Ah, what the heck. You smoke?
No. But I might as well.
Can I ask you something, Smith?
Shoot.
Why are you working here?
This is where I grew up. Sentimental reasons, I guess.
Don't kid me, Smith. You're way too city to be in a town like this. Why are you working here?
Well, I didn't grow up here.
Yeah, no kidding. I pegged that one from the beginning. So did Puckerman.
When I graduated the academy, I had some pretty good marks under my belt. I worked my ass off to get what I got, and I mean I worked my ass off to get where I am now.
Well, Hebfield ain't much of a now, my friend.
No offense, but I know. Believe me. But it wasn't just that. My mom was a cop. She had some of the best performance records an arrest her department had ever seen. That is, when she was even allowed to leave her desk. She would come home every night and she'd feel like shit. And I'd ask why. They used to treat her like a footrest, like the office assistant. They actually had an office assistant, but all the guys thought that she might be a better fit for the role instead of the young boy they had working it. My dad passed away when I was a kid, so she was the only real role model I had. It wasn't very empowering to see my mom come home every night from a job she wanted to love when she wasn't even given the chance to try. Because she was too busy pouring coffee. She quit about 3 years in and then started working at a restaurant to pay her bills. So that's why every test, every exam, every anything, I would be up till the crack of dawn every night, studying and preparing for what we had to do the next day. I finished near the top of my class near every time because I wanted to show my mom that her little girl could do it. Her little girl could play ball with the rest of the boys. But I figured if I'm going to be at the top by not sleeping or eating and worrying all the time, then what's the point of being at the top? When they asked me where I wanted to go, I picked a random town with a small crime rate and a small population because I knew I wouldn't have to try and be at the top. I could just be there by default. Again, no offense.
None taken. I'm sorry about that, Sarah.
Don't be.
But hey, if you're capable of getting those marks, it's gonna get easier if you just work at it. When I was in the academy, I was pretty average all throughout. Wasn't trying to be at the top. I was just trying to pass. And Puckerman, well, he took that to a whole other level of in terms of trying to pass. He's always been that way, though.
How long have you known him?
Since Hebfield Primary School. I've been dealing with him since as long as I can remember. He always wanted to be a boxer. He still has the biggest poster of Andre the Giant hanging somewhere in his house. Then I applied to police school, and suddenly so did he.
Well, shit. If I'd have known both of you were born here, I would have tried to make it seem like I was too. I could have come up with a better lie than that.
With your marks. Bingo, kid.
I just didn't expect I was even going to have to work most days. I would just come in and pretend like I'm doing something. It seemed easy for me. I didn't expect I'd be trying to solve a murder case on my second day.
I didn't expect to ever have to solve a murder case in my entire life. Period. Not in Hebfield, at least. Bill would always say what he wanted nothing more was that for some actual solid police work to be done around here. It's kind of ironic that it took for him to possibly die for us to do it.
That's what he told me when I got here, too. What the hell are we going to do?
I've got no idea. I've never done this before. The craziest thing that's happened around here is when old man Wexler
Stole the maple candies because he had Alzheimer's.
Oh, you heard about that?
Yeah, you guys were talking about it earlier.
Well, I guess I'm the one with Alzheimer's.
What?
Because I forgot. And when you and I... You know what? It's not important. But I do think we owe it to Bill to try and figure out what happened. Missing or not, he'd want us to try.
And how do we do that? Where would we even start?
Well, we already started with Mike. Why don't we go back there without Puckerman and see if he'll cooperate this time?
He seemed pretty pissed. I don't know if he'll be too interested in talking to us.
Well, it's worth a shot. Unless you could think of anything else.
I got nothing, Matthews. We can talk to the people he mentioned he went bowling with on the way.
Whoa. Where are you going?
We're going back to Mike's house, aren't we?
Not before I finish this dart, I'm not. Jeez, guy might have died. Can't even have a cigarette?
The lights flicker out. Scene 5, Act 2. As the set changes back to Mike's house, John stands outside the station and lights his cigarette.
Stupid Officer Smith. Coming in here thinking she owns the place? Highest marks in the academy, my ass. She probably didn't even go to the academy. Huh.
Hello, this is Officer Richard speaking.
Hey, Rich, it's Puckerman.
Who's this?
It's Officer John Puckerman. We met at your station's Christmas party.
You're at my station's Christmas party.
Heck yeah, I was. You know Officer Heinzman?
Yeah, I know Rebecca.
Yeah, she's my cousin, or my second cousin. Look, she hasn't really been returning my phone calls or any of that stuff because apparently I owe her uncle some money or some whatever. So I thought I'd reach out to you.
Okay, why?
I need a favor.
Okay.
Well, apparently our chief is dead, and
Wait, what? Your chief is dead.
Rich, calm down, okay? It's not a big deal. People die every day. Anyways, listen. I'm the only one out here busting my balls to catch the guy who killed him, and there's this new chick who I think seems a little fishy. Sarah Smith is her name. I need you to do a little background check on her for me.
Why do you need me to do a background check on her?
You've got all that fancy tech down in Sudbury. You think Hebfield's got that kind of tech?
Yeah, I've never even heard of Hebfield.
Yeah, it's so small people think it's made up. But, Rich, you gotta listen to me. I need you. I really do. A man's life could be at stake here. So I need you to run that name through your database for me. I need you to run through the entire Canadian forces for me. America, if you have to, too. It's got enough time at the end. Shit. Even do Mexico. Can you do it?
Well, no, I can't.
Well, great.
But,
Call me back soon, Rich. What a putz. Couldn't imagine working with someone so stupid.
John exits the stage. Scene 6, Act 2. The lights go up. Mike sits in his lazy boy with another glass of iced tea and a cigar. A knock is heard from offstage.
Sir, it's the HPD again.
The what?
The HPD?
HIV. No, I'm clean.
No, sir. We're the Hebfield Police
Hello,
Department.
you might want to check to see if that other guy got tested. I haven't heard from him in a while.
Listen, it's the Hebfield Police Department. We need to ask you some more questions.
Oh, I'm not letting you guys in after the last time.
Sir, please. That other officer isn't with us. It's just us.
And who the hell is us?
Well, the two that were sitting respectfully on your couch the last time we were here.
Oh, well, all right. I guess you two can come in. Door's open.
Mike sits back down. The officers enter.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Mr. Jacobs.
Now that it's just us three, we were hoping you could tell us what happened between you and your brother.
I'm surprised he hasn't told you himself. Try and make him look like a hero.
What do you mean, Jacobs?
I guess he just never really cared as much as I did. We used to be best buds, me and him. Yeah, we used to go bowling, me and him, in the good old days. We got a team together, me and him. It was mainly practice for us, or rather him, I guess. Once we finally got a team together, he
quit?
No, he just sucked at it. I mean, most people usually get like 70, 100-ish, maybe 110, 120, but Bill, holy shit, Bill was bowling 40, 50s, on a good day, maybe a 60, maybe. And the guy couldn't hit the pins if the bowling ball was 10 times its regular size and we gave him the bumpers.
And then what?
Well, I told him he'd have to work on his game if he was going to play on the team. And he said, no, I will not. He said he didn't need to practice. He said that bowling was one of the stupidest things anyone could ever do. And he'd be ashamed to be good at it. The team and I put aside our differences with him and let him on the team anyways. We didn't play him much. Eventually, some guy asked to join the team, and we said, yeah, sure, yeah, we got a spot. And Bill said, no, hell no, you don't. And I said, hell yeah, we do, brother, and it's your spot. Time to saddle up.
So, he never actually did anything to you then?
Were you even listening? Yeah, you tight dumbass. He called bowling dumb. He called one of this nation's greatest pastimes dumb. D-U-M-M, dumb. He ruined the sport for all of us. We all felt so bad for telling him that we needed to work on his game in the first place, that we stopped caring how well we were doing. We started losing tournaments, round robin games. I don't even want to mention the time we lost to an 8-year-old birthday party. Now all we do is drink. Yeah, we'll go and rent a lane, throw a couple of balls down there, and within a couple of minutes, we're all hammered. That asshole ruined bowling. And he gave me a drinking problem.
Well, he didn't really do anything.
You're right. What a terrible man.
I know. I'm sorry, officers. I get a little emotional when I bring it all up back again, huh?
We understand, Mike. Listen, is there anything else you could tell us?
Look, officers, I don't know anything about what happened to my brother, I swear. I just hope one day he can see bowling for what it truly is.
And what is it?
It's totally awesome, man.
Right. Okay, well, Mr. Jacobs, that's all we need. We'll go ahead and get out of your hair. Go. Go.
Hey, you guys wouldn't want to come bowling sometime with me, would you?
Hey, thanks for the offer, but We've got a lot of work to do back at the station, so...
You sound just like him. Oh, at least you two are jerks about it.
Okay, cool. We're leaving now. Bye-bye. Okay, let's go. Come on, let's go. He's nuts. Let's go.
The officers exit the stage and the lights shut off. Scene 7, Act 3. John walks out of the station and lights another cigarette.
Hello, this is Officer Richard speaking.
Yeah, hey, listen, Rich, it's me, Johnny.
Oh, God.
Well, we spoke earlier, so I need this information, man. What do you have for me?
Yeah, I've got something for you, but you were pretty vague in what exactly you wanted me to do.
Rich,
so-
I look, don't bore me with the details, okay? All I need is exactly what you got, right down to the T.
Well, you asked me to run the name through the entire North American database.
Exactly. What did you find?
Well, I very quickly found out that I cannot do that for you. I don't have access to any of that. I can't even access the Canadian database because that's not my job.
So what you're telling me, Rich, is that I called the wrong man for the job here, is what you're saying? Are you a quitter? Are you quitting on me?
No, it's not that. I don't think you could have called anyone that could have gotten you this information. What I did do was run the name through every major police department in Ontario. Your OPP, your OOS, and your OTS. Stuff like that.
That's a great start, Rich.
Yeah, that's, it's gonna have to be a good finish too, I think, because that's about the extent of what is possible. Anyway, the name Sarah Smith came up quite a bit. I'll send you a list of the departments where an employee named Sarah Smith will be listed.
That's great, Rich. You're a real hero, you know. This information could help save a life.
All right, hang on a second. The name Sarah Smith is really common, and
Rich, you said all I need. I salute you, my friend. Goodbye.
Wait a minute, man.
Sarah Smith, you son of a bitch. It's policing time.
Scene 8, Act 3. The set has been transformed into the station. The lights turn back on. Sarah and Carl sit asleep at their desks.
Oh, God. Carl, wake up.
Yeah, lemon scented candle. Oh, God. How long were we asleep?
I don't know. A couple hours, maybe?
Did we even get anything done last night?
How could we? When we got back from Mike's house, we didn't have any other information that we didn't already have, aside from confirming his alibi, which we already knew checked out.
So we're no closer to figuring out what happened to Bill than we were yesterday. Great.
Hey, would you look at that? We're supposed to be at work in half an hour. Better go get ready.
Oh, ha ha ha. Wake me up when you've figured out the case.
I'm making a coffee. Do you want one?
Yes, please.
Sarah gets up to make coffee. John enters the station.
Morning, kids.
Morning, Puckerman. How are you today?
Peachy, Smith, just peachy. You guys are here awfully early.
He smacks Carl on the back to wake him up.
Arabian rocking horse.
John now walks over to his desk to print something.
We slept here. After you stormed out, we went back to Mike's house for some real answers. Came back and did some work.
How'd that work out?
It didn't. And how come you're here so early? You shouldn't be here for another half hour or so.
Well, I had to print some stuff before work.
Takes you a half hour to print some papers?
Paper, to be exact. And yes, it does, Smith. Wake up, Matthews!
Peanut butter running shoes?
What's on the paper?
It doesn't concern you, Smith.
Well, okay then.
What did the old man say when you two went back to his place without me?
Oh, he wouldn't shut up about bowling. God, this guy went on about bowling for hours.
How so?
Oh, well, the reason he hates his brother so damn much is because Bill said bowling was stupid. And apparently him saying so caused Mike to become an alcoholic or something. Oh, I don't know. I can't remember.
Well, that'll do it, I guess.
That's pretty much all the information we got out of him.
Only there was some kind of note he left, or a message, something.
Yeah, that would sure make everything a whole lot easier.
Hey, did anyone check his office?
Just once before we left the first time to see if he was in there, and once last night to see if he left anything. To be honest, I don't even remember looking.
Well, then maybe one of us should go do another check.
Yeah, probably.
Sarah, why don't you go?
Why don't you go?
Well, because I'm reading my piece of paper.
Fine.
Matthews, take a look at this.
What the hell am I looking at? This is a list of police departments.
I called up one of my many friends in Sudbury to run something through the database they've got down there, but our good friend Sarah Smith.
Oh God, not this again.
Just listen. I got my buddy to search for a record of the name Sarah Smith at every single police department in Ontario. These are all the matches. Look, she's been everywhere. Ottawa, Toronto. She was registered in Timmins 2 months ago.
Okay, so?
So she's a ghost. She's been going from department to department forever now. Who knows what she's telling the truth about?
What are you talking about, John? This is a name. This is just a name.
Wrong. This is her name. We don't have a lot of time here, so we gotta act.
John, I am far too asleep to deal with this, okay? Why don't you just relax? This is ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous. Think about it. Some random girl shows up claiming to have some of the best marks in the academy. We had no idea she was even coming. To make all the pieces fit, she claims to be born here. I mean, we know that's not true. Come on.
She wasn't born here. She lied. She told me yesterday.
So what else did she lie about, Carl? Maybe this is why she was acting so defensive when Mike mentioned Timmins yesterday.
But it wasn't like that, okay? She lied about it because she didn't have...
Because what? Why? What business does the cop have lying to another cop?
It does make sense as to why she was acting weird when Timmins was mentioned.
Exactly. And just imagine if it had been somewhere like Toronto, Ottawa, anywhere else that Mike had said he pulled. She would have acted the exact same way. If we keep playing her game, we could be next.
You know, this has got to be the most far-fetched thing I have ever heard.
And if it's not, nothing like this ever happens in Hebfield. Now she shows up and it does.
So what do we do now, John? What, do we just arrest her?
That's exactly what we do.
Have you even ever arrested anybody?
No, have you?
No, we live in Hebfield.
Exactly.
Sarah walks out of Bill's office carrying Bill's badge and gun.
Guys, I found these in his desk drawer. Does he normally leave these here when he leaves?
Hard to say, Smith. Say, we were thinking of making a trip up to Timmins to visit their station. See for sure if Mike is really telling the truth about bowling there.
Timmins?
Yes, Smith. Timmins. Why? You got a problem with that?
It's just that I've never really been a big fan of Timmins, and I don't really want to go down to the station there is all.
That's quite a big vendetta to hold against the whole town, don't you think? What do you have against Timmins?
I don't have anything against Timmins, Puckerman. What are you getting at?
Let me ask you something, Smith. Is this the first job you've ever had?
Well, I had a paper route when I was a kid. And,
No. Police job.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it is. I just got out of the academy. You even heard Bill say it when I first got here.
Sarah puts the gun and badge on Carl's desk.
Bill said a lot of things, didn't he?
I guess so. I mean, why wouldn't he?
Didn't seem so talkative after you arrived, though, did he?
Well, I wouldn't know. I'd never met the guy before that, so how would I know?
Just tell us. Have you ever worked in Timmins before?
I don't know what you guys are talking about. No, I've never worked in Timmins before.
Don't lie to us. We know all about your previous engagements with Timmins and in Toronto, Ottawa, Sudbury, London.
Okay, now I'm really confused.
Sarah, you're under arrest for suspicion for the disappearance of William Jacobs.
What?
Come on, Sarah, let's cooperate here.
What do you mean cooperate? I don't even know what you're talking about.
John pulls his gun on Sarah. Sarah aims her gun at John.
Sarah Smith, we're going to need you to put down the weapon in your hand and place your hands beside your head.
No, I didn't do anything. You're crazy, Puckerman.
Carl pulls his gun on Sarah. He grabs Bill's gun off the desk and aims it at John.
Both of you, put down your guns. You're both under arrest.
Carl, what the hell? Shut up and help me, man!
No! You shut up, okay? You shut up this time, not me, you. So just shut it. I've had enough of your fucking bullshit, John. Ever since primary school, I've dealt with you dragging me along so that you had someone else to agree with you. Not now, asshole. Not anymore.
I can't believe you do this to me.
Shut up, John.
This is insane. Absolutely no reasonable evidence here.
This is all unreasonable ground, Sarah!
There's absolutely no reason behind this.
Sarah and John, both of you, drop the goddamn guns, okay?
I'm not dropping anything until you both drop yours.
Well, that ain't happening, Smith, because I'm putting you behind bars.
Both of you, shut up! Sarah, right now, tell me what happened in Timmins. I know what you told me yesterday was a lie.
Nothing happened in Timmins. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know damn well what happened in Timmins!
Stay out of it, John!
Nothing happened.
Sarah, you better start talking or I'll shoot that badge clean off your chest!
Nope, no, that's ridiculous. You won't do that. And also, you aren't that good of a shot.
You kidding me? I'm a great shot.
All right, fine. You want to know what happened in Timmins? Well, do you?
Spill it, Smith!
I kicked my boss in the fucking balls in Timmins, okay? I kicked that slimy son of a bitch's balls so far up his fucking ass he had to go to emerge.
Huh?
Huh?
There. Is that what you wanted, Puckerman? I got fired from my dream job because my boss couldn't keep his damn hands off of me.
Hey, God! Hey, boys, what the hell are you doing?
Bill.
Bill, we thought you were dead.
Dead? Why the hell would you think I was dead?
Okay, well, first off, he's the only one that thought you were dead, Chief.
And what did you think then, Carl?
That you were missing?
Well, congratulations, Carl. That was only slightly less stupid of you.
Well, you didn't show up to work, sir.
You idiots thought I was dead because I didn't show up to work for one day?
Well, what about the blood stain on the dumpster?
Yeah. There was a red stain on the dumpster I found after you had disappeared. What about that?
Yeah, and also Sarah, Sarah.
Still, you see how alive this guy is right now, don't you?
Are you really asking me about a stain on the dumpster as if I would know anything about it?
Well, what about you and your brother?
I don't know squat about a dumpster stain, but I do want to remind you that we share that dumpster with Mr. Burroughs.
Who's Mr. Burroughs?
He's the butcher. Son of a bitch.
So if you aren't dead, then where were you?
The dentist, you morons! I was getting a crown filled, and they told me not to go back to work the next day, so I didn't. And as for me and my brother, that's a family matter. My brother may be a nutcase, but do you really think a nutcase like that could kill me?
Bill, you should have told one of us.
Bill walks over to the calendar and points.
John, come over here. Tell me what that says.
It says, Bill Dentist, not here. Well, I mean, that could mean anything.
Bill smacks John in the back of the head.
Is this all you guys were doing while I was gone? Running around town playing Hardy Boys? Is that my gun, Officer Matthews?
Yes, sir.
He hands it to him.
And is that my badge here?
Yes, sir.
He grabs the badge.
Get to work, boys. You know, Smith, I really expected you to step up and do some real police work here. You all let me down. But you, I'm disappointed, Sarah. I know you're a good cop. You stand up for yourself and you do what's right. But this is shoddy. Listen up, officers. You three have overextended yourselves in possibly the dumbest way imaginable. I said I wanted real police work, not the garbage you see on TV. A real cop would have seen this calendar right here, but not my guys. No way, not my guys. Just get to work.
Bill exits. Sarah sighs and finds her way back to her desk. A long pause while the officers get situated.
Listen, Sarah, I'm sorry for all that. You're right. We do owe you an apologize. That was crazy. I don't know what came over me.
So, why'd you kick your boss in the balls?
John,
Just forget it. You wouldn't understand anyways.
try me.
My boss was very handsy, Carl. Specifically with me. He knew this job was the only thing I'd ever wanted, and he tried to take advantage of that. I don't play that game. So when he inched his way closer over my shoulder so he could take a better look at my work for the 5th time that day, I stood up and kicked him in the balls. He went to emerge and had an office fucking gift basket sent to his bedside, and I was transferred here. I didn't choose to be here because I wanted to be at the top. They put me here because I stood my ground, but they found a way to move me anyways, just like my mom. And for the record, Carl, all that stuff about my mom was true, just in case you thought I'd lie about that.
I don't think they moved you. I think you did the right thing. Sometimes standing up for yourself means causing a bit of a scene.
Thank you, Carl.
Puckerman, you got something you want to say?
I guess I'm sorry I was blinded by my evidence that caused me to form an accusation against you.
Now, John.
That wasn't professional of me. I jumped to a conclusion that had almost nothing to back it up. Sorry, I'm only realizing that now. I guess I just wanted to prove that I was a real cop.
What evidence?
Well, I got my really, really great buddy in Sudbury to run your name through the Ontario Police Force database. He found matches of your name in dozens of departments all over the province with officers listed with the same name as you.
Wait a minute. You got this guy to run just the name Sarah Smith through some database.
That's right.
Not a badge number, not a facial scan, just the name?
Yep.
You idiot! There's gotta be a million Sarah Smiths in Ontario alone.
Oh.
You had someone search for the most common name of all time.
Oh.
God.
Oh, God, man. Oh. Ugh. You know, we're each going to have to file a huge incident report, you know. You realize that, don't you?
I'll file them. It was my fault. I think it might do me some good to sit down with some paperwork.
Well, I don't know where we go from here now.
Me neither. Maybe this isn't the right job for any of us.
You kidding me? If this is the right job for anyone, it's the right job for you. I think your mom would be proud.
Thank you, Carl.
Hey, Sarah,
Yeah?
have you ever watched Finn Treyer and the Shadow Fox?
Yeah?
Well, what did you think of the episode the other night? Is he dead or what?
No way, man.
See? I told you!
What? You think he's dead?
Of course he's dead. They haven't been renewed for another season, so they'd have no reason to keep him around for storyline reasons. And the music. The music was
swelling. He won't shut up about how the music was swelling. Music swells all the time. That's how TV works.
Listen, the way I see it, if we didn't see the body, then he's not dead.
Exactly.
So, no body, no dead guy. Wait a minute.